Welcome back to the second best of 5 of the evening. It is Frozen Temple, and spawning to the bottom right hand corner of the map in red, playing Protoss for Team Redbloods. It's Lady Azylis. And to the top left hand side in teal, playing Zerk, now teamless. It's Sunokasuri. Was already going with the first, with a very quick spawning pool here. 12th pool, ladies and gentlemen. I play Zerk. So, it seems as if Sunokasuri has actually studied her opponent's play from last week against Schnubia, I guess it was, where Lady Azylis just did her Immortal-based push with, I think, only Zealots. I think it was only Immortal, Speedlot, and then DT Archon build she copied from Koshki, a build that Koshki actually also liked to use quite a lot, and we saw her using it against Novea Star 4 times in a row, I feel. Yeah, actually 4 times in a row. Yesterday, even. So, seems as if Sunokasuri just prepared very well for a match, just has either watched the games from last week or watched the replays, and doesn't really want to put up with Lady Azylis shenanigans here, doesn't really want to fight the long run game, trying to just fight off the push when it happens. She just wants to prevent the push from happening, and so the links are being rallied towards her opponent's side. And yeah, since actually this build is kinda greedy early on, there's just nothing here to defend. The gateway has not even started producing any unit. A mothership core is just far from happening since the cybernetics core is not even done. So Suno now just tries to hit the pylon with as many units as she can, which are actually only 2. Yeah, and unfortunately Lady Azylis is even supply blocked, forgot one of her pylons somewhere. It just has to be made. So now she just tries to desperately somehow wall off the rest of her base here, so she just puts in a worker in here, but unfortunately it just doesn't get through. The probe just doesn't either have enough minerals to produce the building or whatever problem that was, but now the links are inside, the gateway has been unpowered, no pylon down here, so the mothership core frantically being built. Lady Azylis now somehow has to save her own probes, just tries to mineral walk them towards that position here, trying to just get a Zergling at a time, while the Zerglings can't really decide which probe to attack. They can't really see, and you can't really click close enough in order to get all those. And it seems as if Lady Azylis just barely manages to take all of these Zerglings without actually having lost one worker, but more links in the meantime made it into the base. Lady Azylis now finally has her mothership core. Mothership core can't really be attacked by Zerglings because they can't attack air. But yeah, still the Zerglings are in the base. Finally, photon overcharge hits. Suno just has to run away and evacuate once more. But there's still more links coming, and the links are now speed links, so they can just easily take down everything here, or just at least being annoying as hell. So Suno can just also decide now to just move in with a few links, keeps the mothership core busy and all of these probes busy in the main base, while just tearing down buildings at the bottom of the ramp. So even with the advantage of the 2 Nexus here, it seems as if Suno might just be able to bit by bit break through. This time around it's already 8 probes that have been killed. More probes are probably going to die. Some just running in, running out once the probes just get too close together to each other so that they can actually form or surround these units. Then she just moves out and moves back once again. So now a lot of links finally surround all of the remaining probes, getting everything as these probes try to evacuate towards the natural base. The natural base is wide open, GG, and Suno takes the first game. It is King Sejong Station once more, and we're at the bottom right location, where a Protoss in red has spawned. It's Lady Azylis. And to the top left hand corner, in teal, playing Zerk, it's Sunokasuri, who just managed to bust her way through Lady Azylis' wall with a 12th pool on Frozen. Admittedly, Frozen the best map to do that, since the rush distances are pretty short from one natural towards the other. And eventually, Lady Azylis couldn't keep up with the pressure that Sunokasuri was applying to her, had to give up, and thus Suno took a quick first game. This time around, just going into the hatchery. No early pool shenanigans this time around. Going into extractor, and then with the next 200 minerals, we're going to see a pool probably. Okay, just probably checking for cannon rushes maybe, I feel. Or just wants to go into an early third. Ooh, that would be pretty daring. Or does she just want to scout? Well, it seems as if she just wants to take an early third even before the pool. No. Okay, that's just proxy. Okay, proxy scout. Never mind. There's the pool. There's the proxy scout. Just wants to see whether Lady Azylis might be going for some cheesy 4-gate. So, nice little move there. But Lady Azylis actually going into a nexus after the gateway. So, seems as if she just wants to go into the same build once more. It is her favorite build. It has brought her a lot of success. But it has made her kind of predictable. So let's see if Suno has prepared well enough to deal with what Lady Azylis will eventually throw at her. So, spawning pool, already researching the metabolic boost, and it seems as if Suno might just again want to bring the noise to Azylis before she can break the noise to her, because that evolution chamber just might be there in order to help Sunokasuri build a drop overlord, so that she can just sneak in a few speedlings into the main base using the overlord over here, or maybe another overlord over to the right flank, or the left flank from our perspective here. So, yeah, a lot of links already in production. We have metabolic boost being researched as well. In the meantime, no more drones, only links. So yeah, I'd bet this is going to be some sort of drop overload play. No doubt about it, and there it goes. There is the drop overload already being produced, and like I said, another one just getting into position. So she will probably even be able to just move in from 2 different angles. And again, since Lady Azylis is really hoping, or really just crossing her fingers, that her opponent is just trying to build up a standard usual macro game, which actually helps that push tremendously. There's the robotics bay, there's the warp prism morphing in, the Twilight Council for the later DT tech, and also for the speed lots. And there's a hell of a lot of links just moving across the map, walking for that overload that actually looks pretty cool in his drop form. It's so big now and wobbly and everything. That's quite interesting. And we also have another drop overload over here, like I said, so she will actually be able to just get in from different angles. Lady Azylis has actually no idea that this is going to happen. She has seen nothing over at the right hand side, so the links will just drop in no problem. Sooner just throwing in a few links at the front, keeping the mothership core busy as well. If the mothership core should move away from that position in order to throw down photon overcharge, she will just get damage dealt over at the natural base. Now even running in with a few more. Yeah, and now Azylis has to defend on 2 different fronts, which is always a difficult task to do for every player, especially if the only thing you have to defend is just one mothership core and a few drones over here. And even just losing these probes has already made her own plan so much more difficult to pull through. I mean, Sunokasuri now on 41 supply. Yes, she only has 19 workers, but her opponent also has only 17. So yeah, 1 immortal is out. No way to get out the 2nd immortal very soon. Or anytime soon. I mean, research for speedlots is going on, but there's just no economy to actually support that push over here. Yeah, Suno has to be careful not to overcommit too much and maybe then just throw in too many links, but it seems as if she just feels she's already dealt enough damage and will even be able to deal much more damage now, getting in with the links from the other overlord and too many links inside the main base. GG, and Suno takes the 2nd game for a 2-0 lead. Welcome to Galactic Process, spawning to the bottom left-hand side in red. Playing for Team Red Bloods and Germany, it's Lady Azylis. And to the top right-hand corner in teal, playing Zerg for Russia. Currently teamless, it's Sunokasuri. Azylis going for the pylon on the low ground. Interesting opening here. And pretty risky, especially after your opponent just ling rushed you on every map. So I don't really know if... Actually quite interesting that Lady Azylis chose Galactic Process once again. This map, I'd say, is kinda Zerg favored in PvZ. especially due to that wide open space you have on the plateau in front of your natural base, which makes it pretty difficult to take this base against early Ling pushes and maybe Baneling busts. And then that's of course a specialty we've seen Sunokasuri do on this map, and it is again an early pull into Extractor. So again, it seems as if Sunokasuri maybe even wants to Baneling bust through the entrance with yeah, well, on one base maybe, or just moving out now to take, no, okay. Yeah, she wants to have a second base just for the lava. But mostly this base will not get saturated anytime soon, so it's just for the lava there, and she will just probably move straight into Lings once more. Might just actually even get in, because like I said, I mean, she doesn't know yet that her opponent is actually taking the greedy opening, now trying to finally seal off that area, but there's still a huge ass territory you would also have to seal off in order to help defend against Lings that might want to stream into your main base, and there's just nothing. I mean, speed is already on the way. We already have the first few Lings on the way as well. There's only one pylon down here, and now actually the Lings could just come in and attack it from this angle and from that one as well. So I think actually all 6 Lings could just easily take down that pylon before the gateway can even produce a unit. At least the mothership core is out, so now Lady Azylis can just immediately start throwing down or just building a mothership core, so that might be helpful as well. But the other Lings already are, and like I said, I mean, Lady Azylis could have kinda expected it. And like I said before, now the Lings just move in. Most of them can just cover, we just have a lot of surface area. This Adept will not get out in time, and once it's taken down there will also be no photon overcharge available to secure that Nexus. And in the meantime we already have more Lings being rallied across the map. Speed will be done in just a few seconds, and there's the Baneling Nest. So like I said before, I mean, if you've watched Sunokasuri's matches against players on Galactic Process, you might just see, I wouldn't say 100% Baneling bust on Galactic Process, but maybe it actually is. At least she was trying, you know. So you could have went prepared into this game, just watching a few of her games, knowing what was happening. So this was really risky, I feel, especially just even deciding Galactic Process on that map. And now the Lings just run in. Pylon has not been planted down, or has been planted down, but might even get taken down before the photon overcharge can get down. Lady Azylis just not having time to just use her mothership core on that. GG's out, and Suno takes a quick 3-0 and takes the series.